let's move into the regular. You take the roll.
Jim Dean.
Here.
Doyle.
Here.
Kathy Bauer, Stacy Lightenthal, Jamie Piconi, Don Sagliano.
Here.
Terry Jones.
Okay, conflict of interest. This is where I need to state that I have a conflict of interest on the Vassar matter, and that is because Marshall and Sterling provides risk management services to the college. So I will step out during that time, and Mark will take over as acting chair for that part of the meeting. Meeting notice was published. Any bills and communications? Nope. Okay. Did everybody have a chance to review the minutes of our last meeting? And if so, is there any comments or corrections that need to be made to that? Okay. Are we good? If so, I would take a motion to approve those minutes. Second.
I'll second.
Stacy and Don, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay. Treasurer's report, same issue?
I will be making a presentation because we're doing our audit right now, and next month you'll be approving the audited financial statements for 2019.
Great. Reports of committees, anything there? Unfinished business? None? Okay, so at this point, I'm going to step out and we'll have Vassar College.
It's one more week.
What do you want?
Sit down here.
Good morning. Welcome to our Duchess LDC meeting. I'm Mark Doyle, acting chair for the meeting. I'm vice chairman. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Sure.
Sirs?
I'm Stephen Daynard. I'm the Vice President for Finance and Administration at Vassar College.
I'm Brian Swartout. I'm the Assistant Vice President for Vassar.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Sarah, would you like to lead us into the details?
So Vassar College is here this morning in front of the LDC board. They are requesting the LDC's assistance with tax-exempt bond financing to finance the refunding of a DASNY bond, as well as new construction dollars to finance upgrades and renovations to convert the campus to more energy efficient systems. So the bond is estimated to be $70 million, $50 million which will be the refunding of the DASNY bond, and $20 million is estimated to go towards the upgrades and renovations. Those upgrades and renovations entail conversions to LED lighting, turning old oil boilers to electric boilers, and other energy efficient systems. I don't know, Steve, if you want to go into more detail.
Sure. So yes, excuse me. The $50 million is a straight refunding of the 2010 DASNY bonds. The 20-ish million that we anticipate in new money would be for roughly 50-50, about $10 million for sustainability projects across campus, LED lighting, as Sarah mentioned, conversion of boilers to renewable fuel, having a renewable fuel option, which is, we understand, a fairly cutting-edge thing in New York State. We're being told through NYSERDA that this is something the state is really trying to encourage. So they're watching us closely because they're very interested in how this goes at Vassar. Starting to convert some buildings to heat pump technologies. That's going to be done more on a pilot basis to sort of see how it goes. As you all probably know, we have a very large, complicated campus with about 50 major buildings. So we think we can do a handful of buildings at this time and see how well the heat pump technology works. The long-term goal, very long-term probably, is to eventually get to a point where we can take buildings off of our central steam plant, which is the way our campus is heated currently. So that's the long-term goal. So we want to start moving down that path. The second piece, an additional 10-ish million, is building renovations, retrofitting a building called Baldwin Hall that currently has our student health center and administrative offices, converting that into an academic building for our center for, it's going to be called a Center for Multidisciplinary Study. We have a lot of multidisciplinary programs at Vassar, programs that cut across different academic departments. And they're in an old building that doesn't work terribly well temporarily right now, but we want to create a building that works very well for them, have the synergies, that's a kind of a buzzword, which I don't really like, but having these programs in close proximity to one another makes a lot of sense and is really very central to the way Vassar pedagogy works. So we think this is going to be a real boon for our academic programs at Vassar. There are always, to the extent there's money left over, obviously there are always roofs and infrastructure kinds of things. No new footprint is anticipated from this work. It's all within existing structures.
Yeah, and so this project is considered a retention project. Vassar College currently employs 919 FTEs.
Those are estimates. I just
Those
wanted
are
to point out
estimates,
why
okay.
but that's very close to
Yes.
accurate. Yeah.
So this project would retain those employees that they currently have.
Yes.
Don?
I just from a philosophical perspective, how old is the college?
160 plus years.
How can it be clarified as a retention? Where are they gonna go? Is Vassar gonna move across the Hudson? I don't know the semantical use of retention.
So it means that it's a project that is, they're an existing, organization in the county, and they aren't, as Steve said, they're not increasing their footprint. It's not necessarily an expansion or, new construction. So.
Yeah. I mean, the benefit here, first of all, for their modernizing their campus, they have to keep attracting students, they keep coming in, and so that's part of the retention. Eventually, some institutions do shrivel up and down.
So it's a very broad definition.
Yes.
Yes,
So,
absolutely, absolutely.
I just wanna make sure
Yeah.
that, I don't think they're moving, if this bonding doesn't get approved, I don't think they're moving across the Hudson.
Yeah. It's a fair question. One thing I would add, I agree with the points that were made by Don and Sarah, but I would add too that the Vassar educational model, if you look at education across the United States, higher education, a lot of it is moving more in the direction of online and sort of, continual education kind of thing. That is that's wonderful, and I think it has its place, but that is not the Vassar model at all. Our model is 100% about having students in the classroom with a faculty member. And the multidisciplinary programs, as I said, are very central to that educational mission. And so in that sense, this will augment and make us, we think and hope, more attractive to potential students and so forth, and really underscore the kind of education that Vassar provides.
The other thing I'll add to that is the refinance is going to bring down our cost of debt overall, which will allow us to have and free up other funds that we can invest in the mission of the college. So it really goes to enhance the mission.
We're certainly pleased that you're refinancing through us as opposed to DASNY.
We like the fact that the money, the fees that we will pay will actually stay in the community
Absolutely.
and kind of support the community. So that's a big
Yeah.
value for us as well. That's why we're here.
Absolutely.
We've had a great working relationship with the LDC for a number of years, and we're thrilled that we can continue in this way.
Well, anybody else have any other questions? We're extremely pleased, and if this helps assure the continued viability of Vassar, that's very much to the good. So, I'd like to proceed and see if anybody would
I would make the motion.
make the motion. Thank you. Thank you. And all in favor?
Aye.
And any opposed? The motion passes. Thank you very much.
And I know it sound like an old radio, but we do have the project evaluation form for the board to complete, so if you can complete that and submit that.
So-
really, that would be great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well done, Mr. Chairman.
You know, it's actually kind of scary. So there's a bunch of colleges that have gone under.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Number one, something we did.
Yeah. Well, was it just one? I think there was no, Massachusetts.
We're
The whole Amherst crowd.
Senator Sanders' wife was the president.
Yes.
Okay. All right, the next thing on the agenda is an authorization for approval for check signing. As of the 8th, again, it would be myself, not Tim Dean Daniels this time.
Oh, yes.
Chair, Mark Doyle, Vice Chair, Kathleen Bauer, Secretary Treasurer, Sarah Lee, CEO, and Marilyn Yerk, CFO. Can I get a motion to approve that?
So moved.
I second that.
Stacy and Mark, thank you. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, that passes. Is there anything else, Sarah, that we need to
Yes.
cover?
I'd
Oh,
like
yes.
to request that we go into executive session to discuss personnel issues. So if you could,
Sure, and that will be the,
I make a motion that we go into executive session pursuant to public officers law, like 184, this is personnel, so we can.
yes.
Personal.
Excuse me, personnel is not a valid reason to enter executive session?
You have to cite the specific reason? Employment history,
Oh,
something?
What personnel?
so one of our employees, it came to our attention that one of our,
To discuss a specific person.
compensation matter?
position.
That's not correct
We're
either.
going into executive session, please. Should we make a motion? If you
Well,
wanna make a
I made a
want
motion
second?
and it hasn't been
Okay.
seconded.
Second.
Well,
Please, okay, you can have, state your objection,
I'll just-
but please remove yourself.
I will. I will leave,
Go ahead, thank you.
and because I'm being asked to leave,
Yes.
That's right.
that is an invalid reason for executive session.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, do we have a second on that?
Stacy,
Yeah, Stacy.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Excuse me, please let us know when we can come back in.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any abstentions? Okay. So, we need to,
Yeah, turn off the record.
Yep. okay, we're going to go back into our regular session. Just for the minutes, I wanted to make a comment that we did have an executive session under Section 105F of the Public Officers Law. We had a discussion in regard to employment of one individual, and there'll be no further action taken at this time. That moves us on to the last item on our agenda is adjournment, if there's no other business. Could I get a motion to adjourn?
I'd love to make that motion for
Mark,
us to.
second. Okay. Jamie, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Abstentions? Okay, we're done. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.